Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're here with our weekly predictions of the NFL season, week 4. As you can tell on my records, week 3 for real, week 3 was not a good week for me. Horrendous week. I really am I'm kind of pissed, I'm not gonna lie. I am pretty pissed off that I'm gonna show you what's my record on week 3, if you guys wanna know. 8-8. God. Like the other 2 weeks, respectable. Like 12-4. Let me show you. 12-4, 11-5, 8-8. What is? Let's just see what happened in week 3 to show you the bloodbath that made me literally have complete perfect 8-8 record here. So obviously in Thursday. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's not talk about Thursday night. Let's just go on to Sunday, right? Thursday night. Yeah, I already know. Then see, there's some upsets that you just don't see coming. The Packers lost to the Browns. Okay, no, I saw the Vikings. You see, like the okay, that game, the Rams completely fumbled hard as you know what. The Rams fumbled that game. I'm not gonna lie, I would have been looking like a genius. Like, come on. And then I should have actually. The Panthers shut out the. See, that's the. Okay, and my fault for picking the Broncos. I should have thought better. And then the Bears? What? Cardinals? The Cardinals sold, bro. And then the Ravens just, what? 68 points at the end of the game. Yeah, like, I was 8-8. It was not really, like, even the ones I got right was kind of obvious. But the ones I got wrong, I couldn't really, who's going to pick the Browns to win that game? Like, 2% of people picking the Browns. Yeah, so I don't even think I'm the only one that got that wrong, but still. Unexcusable. Week 3 was not a good week for me at all. But, so I was 8-8 in week 3. So week 1, 12-4 was my best record. So week 1 was my best record. So when the first week is my best shot. My best shot was at week 1. Week 2 I digressed a little bit, okay? And then week 3 I just literally. So yeah, that's what's happening in the NFL in week 3. We'll explain all that craziness in week 3. Like, it was so bad. It was craziness. All the bad teams played very well, and all the good teams kind of went flunky. Like, literally. But, yeah. It's a weird week. That's the thing. That's the thing on NFL you just don't see coming. I don't know. Let's hope in week 4 I redeem myself and actually have the best record so far and maybe get 13 correct. And this is the last week of 16 games because next week will be I think 14. But yeah, let's do week 4 predictions. There's no more wasting time. We already probably wasted 3 minutes of playing animation of this incredible week 3 game. So yeah, now week 4. Here we go. First game of the week, Thursday Night Football. We got the Seattle Seahawks versus the Arizona Cardinals. Both are 2-1. This game is a division rival game, and Arizona's at home, as you can see. And you know what, bro? I'm not gonna lie with you. This time, I'm taking every single game seriously. I'm not gonna lie, and I feel like, yeah. So let's just get this going. The Seattle Seahawks just destroyed. I'm talking blasted out of voice crack. My fault. Blasted the door knobs out of the New Orleans Saints, 44-13. There was one point in that game was like 44-6. Seattle is really that team. I'm not gonna lie with you. That first loss, I'm not gonna lie. After that, they just came back and just became good. I knew the Seattle Seahawks were not gonna be a bad team this year, but the Cardinals are flunky. But the Cardinals are kind of flunky. Like, you see how they barely 15 points and like in a snooze fest with the Niners. You know, that's a division rival game. I do understand, but you guys had an opportunity to win that game. Y'all did fail, and y'all made my picks look bad. But Seattle looked like the more impressive team. But I gotta be giving some slack. Seattle went against the worst team in the NFL, and finally the Saints are a bad team, right? Your kids are 0-3. Well, I think the Saints are the worst team in the NFL, in my opinion. Like the Seattle Seahawks, are gonna probably make the playoffs as a 7th seed at best. So, you guys, Seattle. I mean, Saints. We'll get to y'all, but I'm being serious. This one was honestly for y'all. But yeah, the one I had of the more impressive performance will usually be the pick I get, even though Arizona's at home here. You know what? I'm gonna give this one to Seattle. I think Seattle showed off that they can have an offense going. They can move the ball. They can score like very fast. But that second half from Seattle, they pretty just like they could have put 50 points. I'm surprised that Seattle didn't put 50 points. But yeah, and Arizona, you also went against the Saints and you barely beat them. I got Seattle winning this game. It's gonna be pretty much of a close Thursday night game, but I think Seattle's gonna pull off the win at the end. They probably have field goal or something, or it could be more. But I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give it to the Seattle Seahawks. You know, their defense played okay. But the Cardinals just, I just trust the Seahawks more. But will I be surprised if the Cardinals win? I'll have the Seahawks win this game. They performed good. The Cardinals just got the first out of the season, and I don't even know if they can handle the. It's gonna be a division round game, so probably much closer than everybody thinks. I think it's gonna be a close game, but I think Seattle's gonna be a better game. I could be wrong. All right. Now we're going to the Sunday games. The first. Oh, we can talk about this. Our first international game of the season. The Sunday games. Okay, so let's 1 o'clock games. So we're gonna get to this. Alright, so now the Sunday games. The first game in 9:30 in the morning. Early in the morning. In a Sunday. So I probably much likely might not get to see anything of this game until I wake up like half. Like I wake up at 10 every day almost. Except school days. School I wake up at like 7 in the morning. But besides like there's no like so with Sundays the weekends. So like I'll wake up like at 10 and go to church. So pretty much I can't watch this game. But who cares? Like it's the Vikings and Pigs and the Steelers. So yeah, this game's gonna be in Ireland. So yeah, it's gonna be in Ireland. That's cool. The first game on Ireland. So the first NFL game in Ireland soil. So that's what he said, right? Did I say it right? So yeah, Irish soil. The first NFL game on Irish soil. The Pittsburgh Steelers, aka the home game. By the way, the Steelers are the host of this one because they're technically in the home column. Basically, that makes it home game. But they took off a home game for the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. All right, let's stop yapping about this Ireland international game at 9:30 in the morning. And yeah, it's the earliest game in this game, and everybody else is gonna be normal. So all the Sunday games will be normal. It's like the only one that comes like 3 hours early from everybody else. It's an NFL network. All right, let's stop introducing this. So yeah, who's gonna win this game? I'm not gonna lie with you, Pittsburgh. Thank you for beating New England and the Jets. Your 2 wins came against my least favorite teams in the NFL, the New England Patriots and the New York Jets, and you beat them like you're supposed to. I'm very happy for y'all, Pittsburgh. I'm not kidding. But he did lose to the Seahawks. But the Seahawks are not a bad team. They're a really good team. So, funny enough, I'm a Seahawks. They're gonna win that game. Now that gives me the more chance. I'm not thinking about it. They're gonna actually beat the Cardinals. Now at least I picked them. Also, they have a 77%. Okay, let me stop yapping. I've been like 6 minutes. It's only been the second pick. I could be very wrong. It could be 3 minutes in this video. Nah, it's probably 8 minutes in this video. I'm not gonna lie. The Minnesota Vikings performed one of the most biggest blowouts. They actually did more than the Seattle Seahawks. They went 48 points in 10. But to be honest with you, both teams have their backup quarterbacks. The Bengals, I knew they were gonna lose because they had no Joe Burrow, and you can tell the Bengals were cooked. Bengals season is completely over. After what I saw, they cooked, bro. Like the Minnesota Vikings are not like that. So, and I kind of I was seeing the Vikings win, but not win like that. So I see why they're favorites here. But when you beat up on a team that doesn't have an offense, like Bengals, the Bengals didn't have their offense. I can tell their defense was not good. They might still have lost the game. But I'm not gonna lie with you. I would not be surprised. But I'm gonna take the risky pick. I shouldn't even risky pick. You know what? I'm gonna have the Pittsburgh Steelers win this game. The Steelers defense forced 5 turnovers on Sunday. On week 3, they first. They just forced 5 turnovers against New England Patriots. 4 fumbles and an interception they got. That defense is starting to lock in. And they can see the 14 points at best. Wow. Their defense is starting to come alive. They're really trying to, like, their defense every week is getting way better and better, and finally they're getting their defense, it's starting to warm up. And I don't think the Vikings are gonna put 40 to 30 points on the Steelers team. They're gonna put like 20. And the Steelers offense might not be the best, but this is gonna be a very, very close game. But I think the Steelers are gonna win this game because I trust their defense a little bit more. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. I trust their offense a bit more. I trust them a bit more, even though Aaron Rodgers is literally an old man. He's surprisingly playing really good for the Steelers. I didn't think Aaron Rodgers was gonna be in this team. Well, hey, I have nothing against the guy. He's playing good. He's playing good. At 40, 40 something, he's playing good. DK Metcalf, Jonnu. Man, why the Dolphins give that? You know what? My Dolphins are different. We're not gonna talk about the Dolphins because the Dolphins are bad. But yeah, the Steelers are gonna win this game. I trust the Steelers a bit more, but I would not be surprised if the Vikings win by like 10 points. Like, you already know what happened. The NFL is just like absolutely good. But yeah, I would not be surprised. You heard that ESPN notification. I would not be surprised if the Vikings win, but I trust the Steelers a bit more well-rounded, but I could be wrong. So yeah. I'm gonna say every game's close, because you saw how I did last week. Alright, now we're gonna actually do the 1 o'clock games. The 1 o'clock games, y'all. Alright. Then, the first 1 o'clock game I see here is the Commanders and the Falcons. This is an easy Commanders. You guys saw the Commanders without JD5. They put 41 points without JD5 playing. And you saw the Falcons didn't even score. This is no explanation. This is Commanders by a million years. The Commanders with their backups put 40, and the Atlanta Falcons didn't even score. And the team that went against was yeah. And the Panthers, I didn't think it would be, Panthers. We talk about how y'all win. Yeah, y'all Panthers, bro. Y'all saved your season, because that was a big one. But, we get to the Panthers when we get to them. This is I cannot not waste my time. Just by logic alone, there's no way to fuck. Dude, this is gonna probably be another shutout. They might win 50-0. The Commanders might win 50-0. I don't even know if JD5 is gonna play, but if he does, it's gonna be 70-0, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. But yeah, this is I'm not gonna waste my time here. This is easy, but I've never had an easy pick on this one. Now it's an easy pick. If the Commanders lose, I'll be so shocked. If the Commanders lose, I'll shut my mouth on any easy games for the rest of the season. Literally. That's how confident I am the Commanders are gonna win this game. If they lose, I'll do something. I will literally be so nice to every single team. I'm just gonna say every game is a shootout. I'm literally, you watch. But obviously that's not gonna happen. That's why I'm that confident to say that. So yeah, the Commanders are gonna dog walk the Atlanta Falcons. The Commanders are gonna just walk over them. So yeah, next game. Oh my gosh. I hate the guys. I hate the Bills. I hate the Bills as well. I hate the Patriots, Jets, and Bills. Well, you can tell I'm a Dolphins fan. You guys already know that. But you gotta understand, when I pick my division rivals to win, it's for a reason. The Saints got blown out by the Seahawks. I don't want to know what the Bills are going to do to the Saints. And they're at home. Let's not waste our time, bro. Let's not waste our time. The Saints, I feel so bad for y'all. It's okay if y'all, hey, don't watch the game. Oh, Saints fans, don't watch the game. They're going to put 69 or something up the board. Don't be surprised if they put the most points in NFL history. I'm not kidding. But obviously they're not gonna put 70. They're like, hey Bills, I'm not gonna lie with you. You're not my Dolphins, okay? You guys gonna eventually lose a game. But right now you guys are having feeding on easy teams like this. Like Bills, like this is just feeding on to like easy teams like the Saints. Hey Bills, no matter what happens, I'm not taking y'all seriously. Like this is gonna be cupcake win for y'all. Doesn't mean like I'm gonna be saying the Bills are like all that. Like the Bills never made a Super Bowl yet. So the last time they made a Super Bowl was in the '90s, and it was with Jan Kelly. So all right, it's an easy one. Let's not waste our time with these picks. You already know. Even though I hate the Bills, it's an easy one. Then we got the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions. Oof. I, originally, I was supposed to immediately do the same thing again. But the Browns pulled the upset of the season already. They just pulled off the biggest upset and beat the Packers. Now, does that make the Browns good? No. The Browns are gonna think they're all good, and then the Lions are gonna put 60 points on the Browns. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna think, oh, we beat the Browns. The Browns are gonna be like, oh, we beat the Packers, the best team in the NFL. We're gonna eat the Lions alive, and then the Lions are gonna run them over. I see the Lions running over the Browns. So yeah, and yeah, I'm not the Lions winning those games because they beat the Ravens pretty. They beat the Ravens, and well, the Ravens are not, that was everybody was hyping up the Ravens this offseason. But yeah, the Browns are gonna be hyped and all, but they ain't gonna win this game. I think the Lions are just good enough in offense to just outscore the. Yeah, I think the Browns just pull one big upset, but I don't think it's gonna be meaning they're contenders. They lost to the Browns, they lost to the Bengals, and they actually got cooked by the Ravens. So yeah, the Lions are gonna win this game. So let's go to the next game. The New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. Now this game is a toss up, but how the Panthers played, I should pick Carolina, but Carolina's a weird team. They're real, and also the Patriots are both weird teams. Like this is like the worst possible case scenario for a pick, bro. Because here it can be so wrong. Fine, fine. I'll get to New England, but I will love to see New England lose. Trust me, I would love to see New England lose. But I'll give it a New England because this game is literally a toss-up. Both teams are not that great. New England was so overhyped, and you see how they're 1-2. They could easily go 1-3. I would love them to go 1-3, but I don't know. I think Carolina's like fluking it. Like that massive win 30-0. I'm not gonna get you wrong. That was an amazing shutout and amazing 30 points you put up the board. But New England's not gonna let that happen. Even though I hate New England, they're not gonna let that happen. Surprisingly, yes, if they just don't turn over the ball, they will win this game because New England likes to turn over the ball. They're New England turned the ball over. So yeah, I don't like picking my division rivals, but I'm not. Whatever I see. Carolina, if you win this game, I would not be surprised. I hope I get this pick wrong, but I hope I get this wrong. But I guess I got. And also they're at home, but it doesn't matter because New England's been losing at home. Then the next game is the LA Chargers and New York Giants. How the Chargers have been playing football and the Giants have been playing football. That's already another easy Chargers. The Chargers are looking good this season. They might actually win their own division. They could win the division. They beat the Broncos. They beat everybody in their entire division. And they beat the Chiefs, the Broncos. That's enough to say they're literally going to probably win their division. And the Giants have been pretty slackly. Like, they've been playing some massive shootouts, and then they've been really bad on offense. I'm not going to lie, Giants. You're going to win a game, but I don't know which one it's going to be. But I'll have the Chargers win this game. Because I trust them more, and also I don't know about the Giants. The Giants look a little. And also they're 0-3, so there's no way the Chargers lose this game. I would not be. You know what surprising I was is? I'm not going to be surprised if the Chargers charger it in this game for some reason. They make a massive upset. It's NFL. Any given Sunday, Giants. But I'll give it to the Chargers for this one. The Giants are not so bad, but their schedule is pretty hard, and the Chargers are way better team, so, yep. The next game we got Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. This game is a toss up. Like the Rams and Eagles game, also toss up. I picked the Rams. I failed. I should have gotten it right, but if Tampa Bay could just not do what the Rams did, the Buccaneers are gonna win. Because the Buccaneers always beat the Eagles. The Eagles always lose to the Bucks. The Buccaneers always beat the Eagles. If you didn't know, that's always been apparent. In the playoffs in 2023, the Buccaneers slam dunked the Eagles in the postseason, and back 2 years ago at home. They also this all the time. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are always at home against the Eagles, by the way, and they always win. I feel like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers always own the Eagles. Even last year, when the Super Bowl champion, when right now the Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Let me understand this, Eagle fans. You're probably gonna win this game because now you're a different Eagles team. But y'all fraudulent. But y'all gonna get away with this win for some reason. I'm gonna give the Eagles the win, but I would not be surprised if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat them like they usually do. Tampa last year in their playoff game. No, I mean not even the playoff game, the regular season game. The Buccaneers put like 30 points and like the Eagles put 16. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna give it to the Eagles because they're the Super Bowl champions. And the Buccaneers literally sold against the Jets, almost sold against the Jets. So you know what? I'll give it to the Eagles. I would have picked the Buccaneers only if they didn't do that with the Jets. They nearly lost. I'm just gonna give this 8 picks because last week was bad. Then we got the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. What is this big? The Houston Texans are 0-3. The Tennessee Titans are 0-3. AFC South showdown. I will say this. The Texans O-line is pretty bad. But the Tennessee Titans are just a bad team all around. But I have to give Houston their first win of the season. I have no idea what's happening with Houston this season. But I think they're going to find their first win finally against a pretty poor Tennessee Titans team. This is probably going to be an ugly game. But I think Houston's going to find finally a win. But this can be closer than y'all think. All because that Texans O-line is just really bad. But I think the Houston defense is going to hold on and get them the win. Finally. I got the Texans winning. I trust their defense a little bit more. Much more, actually. I think they're the better team. But you never know what these division rival games. Tennessee's not been the worst team, but they're just not great. Then we have the Indianapolis Colts versus the LA Rams. The Colts have to be the most surprising team that is 3-0 right now. Let me tell y'all, did y'all see this coming that the Colts are going to be 3-0? Like, they whooped my team, they beat the Broncos, and then easily take over the Tennessee Titans. They 3-0. Daniel Jones is 3-0. He didn't even lose a game, and he's playing very well. Who saw that coming? Nobody. And then we get the Rams as a Super Bowl contenders. But after that choke job, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty dire. But I have to give it to the Rams. They're at home. I think the Indianapolis little storyline finally they lose a game. But this is gonna be a much close. This game's gonna be a close game. Indianapolis is gonna show why they might be playoff contenders. Playoff contenders. They're gonna show why they're playoff contenders against the Rams. But I think how the Rams played last week, even though they lost to the best team imaginable, the Philadelphia Eagles. Best team imaginable. I mean, like, what I mean about that is the Eagles are just the Super Bowl champions, and they're trying to go back to back. They're good as last year almost. They don't feel like they're good like that. They don't feel like last year's Eagles, but they have a similar roster as last year, pretty much nearly the same thing. So they're gonna try to go for back to back. So you know how the Eagles are gonna be playing good. So you lost to a good team. I think the Rams are gonna get back, and finally the Colts take an L. But This Colts team is gonna go on the road against the Rams. I think the Rams are gonna win this game. It's gonna be a very close game, but I think the Rams are gonna end up winning the game in a field goal or maybe a touchdown, whatever it could be. But I think the Rams are gonna win this game. The Colts are very piping hot. They are a very surprising team. Everybody did not see this team being this good. But Colts, we gotta clap it for y'all. Let's give it a clap for the Colts. Even though I don't got them winning this game, I don't see them going 4-0. Not even beating. If they beat the Rams, this team might be high alert. Colts gonna be in high alert. But I think they're gonna finally lose to a better team. And the Rams are a better team than the Colts. I think the Colts are gonna finally lose again. And Rams will get back. They're gonna bounce back after that horrendous though. Then we got the Jacksonville Jaguars and the 49ers, the fraudulent 49ers. The 49ers look so fraudulent. I just don't wanna like they gonna go on like this Niners team is nothing special. Like let me tell you, they're 3-0 and I don't it's not like the Colts like they're showing off. They're beating their own divisional rivals in a sloppy game. They beat the Saints in a close one. And the only impressive win they have is beating the Seahawks, their own divisional rivals, in another close game they should have lost, but they still won. The Jacksonville Jaguars, after beating a good defense like the Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars can be something. But I actually am not gonna lie. I think the Niners finally gonna lose. I don't see them going 4-0. That'll be crazy. I don't see the Niners. They're not like the Niners of like years, like 2 years back. And I don't see them like all that crazy. I think they're gonna lose. I would not be surprised if the Niners go win, but that's crazy. I'm not gonna pick them going 4-0. I'm sorry. And also, this crazy that Jacksonville's gonna go 3-1, but someone's gonna win. I guess I get Jacksonville to win, but I'll get Jacksonville to win. I trust Jacksonville a bit more. The Niners could be sleepy, and this game's gonna show why the Niners might be just a fraudulent team. They're a fraudulent 3-0 team. Then we have what could have been a super team, a super game, ended up maybe just being a very, very bad game. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Dude, this game, I have no clue who's gonna win. The Ravens look like a good team until they have bad defense. Everybody was hyping up the Ravens like, oh my gosh, the Ravens are the best team in the NFL. They have the best defense, everything. They conceded like 38 points and 41 points already. Like the only team they beat them was the Browns. That's not good. And also Mahomes going on soon. Like the first one coming against the Giants. Guys, both teams are not the same as the last year's. Well, the Ravens could come back, but I'm not gonna lie. Even though I originally was gonna have the Ravens winning this game, Mahomes always beat the Ravens usually lose to the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are at home. You know what? Just because of it's Mahomes and he likes to come back and try to win more games, I don't see them going 1-3. No way, right? I hope I get this pick wrong, but I think the Chiefs are just more trustable. Maybe they're gonna. I see the Chiefs. Look, the Ravens could win this game. Trust me. But how they've been playing on defense, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. The Ravens have been literally pretty sucky. But I'll give the Chiefs a win. But don't be surprised if the Ravens win this game, y'all. Like I want, I should pick the Ravens, but who knows, bro? This is the type of thing I can see coming. I like both teams. Just I don't even. If we're a pick, bro, it feels like I trust I don't even trust the Chiefs more. I feel like the Chiefs are gonna, for some reason, win this game. Just for some reason, they're gonna win this game. For some reason, they're gonna end up winning the game and go 2-2, like they usually do. Some little comeback or something, like they usually do. I'm just gonna give it to them. I'm not gonna play around with the Chiefs. You know how they are. They're really bad, and they just always do some miracle to win again. I gotta do the Chiefs. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Then we have the Chicago Bears and the Las Vegas Raiders. I have to be a little faster with my picks. How the Bears played last week, I'll pick the Bears. I'll pick the Bears. How they played last week, y'all, changed everything. Their defense doesn't look good, but the Raiders are not looking good either in losing to the backup Commanders. But I'm not gonna let that's the Commanders, but they lost to their backups. So both teams are pretty not that great, but I think I chose the. Just I don't know. Yo, I can see myself going 8-8 again, bro. Like I'm picking a lot of like picks that can easy to get wrong, bro. I'll pick the Bears. If the Bears play like that, how they played last week against the Cowboys, they're gonna win this game. But if they don't play, if they play like they played earlier, they're gonna lose. But if how momentum is, I think I got the Chicago Bears winning like a close one. It's gonna be a close game, but I think the Bears are gonna squeak out at the end. I got the Bears winning this game. Until the Raiders can prove me they can really beat the Bears. Raiders, I don't know. You gotta win. If you want to prove me, if you want to get more picks right, if you want me to pick you more, you gotta be more good. Then we have Sunday Night Football. We have the Green Bay Packers or the Dallas Cowboys. It's not even a close game, dude. The Cowboys, how they perform against. Look, I understand the Packers. Packers. I understand you guys lost to the Browns. That was unbelievable. And that's embarrassing. But I got y'all coming right back and getting this win against the Cowboys on Sunday night. I got y'all winning this game. Why? Because your defense is lights out and your offense is actually alright. One little loss to a bad team, every good team eventually does that. Eventually, you always lose one game. Nobody's perfect in the NFL. And always with the Bills fans, I've been hearing, oh, they're going to go undefeated. The Bills are going to lose to some random team down the road, bro. The Bills are going to lose to some random team. So, Bills Mafia, do not start thinking y'all something. Every team is going to lose this season because that's always what's going to happen. It always does. But I think the Packers are going to have a wake-up call realizing anyone can beat them. They're not the best team right now, but I think the Packers are going to try to prove themselves again that they're beatable. But Packers are going to realize they're going to lock in. I got the Packers winning this game. They're going to have a real, real hard performance. They're going to be really mad at, and they're going to really bounce back. I see the Packers putting like 50 points, bro. They're going to be really pissed, bro. These people have to be mad after losing the Browns. I got the Packers winning this game. They have to win this game. It's necessary. I feel like what the Packers are going to put on the Cowboys is some craziness. The Packers have to win this game. They had they had one of the most amazing starts of the season out of an NFL team, and then they just do that. They're gonna come back and put an absolute show. And Micah Parsons revenge game as well. Funny enough, Micah Parsons revenge game. Yo, the Cowboys just traded Micah Parsons to the Packers. Oh my gosh, you'll see how this game goes. This game's a little more interesting, y'all think. Let's see Michael Parsons sack Dak Prescott like 5 times. We'll see how this game goes. All right, now the Monday games for some reason this Monday there's 2 games and Dolphins don't have a game into week 11. I mean a bye into week 11. So the Dolphins have to. Where's the Dolphins, huh? So now y'all, Monday Night Football, the first game. Now obviously, as I said, where the Dolphins are. They're not in their bye week. The bye week starts in week 5, and also the Dolphins' bye week is in week 11. So where's the Dolphins? Well, that's a good guess. The Dolphins are back on prime time. Now, y'all, I saved nearly for best for last. I kind of want to save this for best for last. I'm going to go to the more bottom pick. I kind of want to save this best for last. The Cincinnati Bengals, the more later night Monday Night Football, I want to go first. The earlier Monday night is my team. I'll talk about that last because during the last teams. I want to get this out of the way. This game first. The Cincinnati Bengals versus the Denver Broncos. How the Bengals perform with their backups. They need Joe Burrow immediately. But Joe Burrow's going to be gone for 3 weeks. I mean, 3 months. I'm sorry, Bengals. If you're gonna perform like that without Joe Burrow, the Broncos are gonna bounce back and have an easy win. I got the Broncos winning. They're also at home. I see the Broncos bouncing back. The Broncos are not a bad team. They're a really good team. They're gonna have to bounce back and win this game. They're gonna get right and win this game. And the Bengals, they're in despair. How much points they're gonna put? I have no idea. Let's say 45. Actually, you know what? Let's say 73. Because the Bengals could put probably like 15 points or something in the Broncos. But you know what? I put 659. I put 59. All right, that's what I think. I got the Broncos winning. They're the better team, and also either way, even if Joe Burrow is playing, I even got the Broncos winning. The Broncos feel like a better team. They have a better defense, and they have an interesting, good offense. But if the Bengals offense can't work, they're cooked, bro. You can tell the Bengals have a bad defense and don't have a really good offense. Without Joe Burrow, their offense can be pretty trashy. All right, now I say for best for last, as I mentioned, my Dolphins. Another divisional rival game for my Dolphins. We won against New England, we lost. We won against the Bills, we lost. Close battle heartbreakers. Miami. We're 0 and 3. I didn't mention this in the short, but we're truly 0 and 3. We are technically maybe one of the worst teams in the NFL right now. But funny enough, the Jets are 0 and 3. So this is the slugfest of division rival games to see who can win the first game of the season. I hate the Jets. I really hate the Jets. If we lose to the Jets and give them their first win of the season and we go 0-4, guys, you just don't know the disaster that's gonna happen. Miami, if you're gonna win one game, win this one. If you're gonna win few games this season, win this one, Dolphins. Win this one, please. Win this one. This one feels. This is like the only win I see like right now. Like I don't even know next time. On Monday night, bro. Like back to back prime time. This is like the sucky Monday night football game. That's why there's two. It's like the sucky Monday night football games. I got I got the Dolphins winning. I got my team winning. Why? Because they literally had a really close game against the Bills. But Tua tanked the ball over. Happened. Guys, you don't even know how mad I got with Tua threw the pick. Tua threw an interception for no reason. And you know what Tua said to him? He literally said he would have done that same play 10 more times. Tua. Really? So you're going to throw 10 more picks to him? I see. That's my quarterback right there. He would literally throw 10 more interceptions because he wants to get it to Waddle immediately. Tua, stop. Yo, fire McDaniel. I'm done with this, bro. I'm done. Because my quarterback is literally looking like an idiot right now. Like Mike McDaniel's making Tua look like an idiot. Like I can't. Like okay, look, Tua, you perform bad. That's that. But like Mike McDaniel is making Tua like go crazy. Like these mindsets are crazy. Bro. Like we need to get McDaniel out of here. Like Mike Daniel's not the guy. Now, surprisingly, I will tell you Tua. I still have faith on Tua because Tua is a good quarterback. And y'all gonna tell me, oh Jeremy, Tua's all that. My team, but the Dolphins are gonna win this game. They perform much better than the Jets, and they've been the better 0-3 team surprisingly. Even the Jets played against the Buccaneers. Well, let's see how the both teams perform against the Bills. The Jets got smacked by the Bills, and we didn't get smacked. We didn't get smacked. The Jets were at home against the Bills and got smacked, and then we were on the road in prime time against the Bills, and we barely lost that game. Pretty much crucial mistakes are the reason why we lost against the Bills on Thursday. I got us winning this Monday night game. So yeah, that's the end of it, y'all. Also, one more thing about this game. I'm actually going to the game. I am going to the actual game. Oh, brother. So I'm actually not gonna watch it on TV. I'm gonna be at the stadium, y'all. I'm actually gonna watch my team live right in front of me. I'll try to see if I can get some recordings. I'll try to see if I can actually do like a post reaction in the stadium, but that'd be cooler in the stadium. But I'm hoping that my Dolphins win. I'm not going against my Dolphins because it's the Jets and also both teams are 0-3. And also the Dolphins have been performing against the Bills better than the Jets did. I have trust that the Dolphins can win this game. And Tua's undefeated against the Jets as well. So I feel like the Dolphins will have their first win of the season Monday. Please tell me they do. If they lose at this point, whatever. So yeah, that's week 4 picks. This video's been pretty long. Yeah, so that's my week 4 picks. Please Please, I go 16-0. I'm never gonna go 16-0. I'm gonna probably get 10 picks incorrect. All right, that's my week 4 predictions. I'm hoping I get good this week. Last week I was pretty bad, and I ended up being lazy on my picks. But yeah, I'm 31-17 on the entire regular season. We'll see what ends up happening in week 4, y'all. I'm praying that I actually don't lose that much games here. And also, Miami, please win on Monday. I'm gonna be there at the stadium. Please win. Please win. Just please win. At least win one game. I don't care if we go 1-16. Just win this game. Please. So that's the end of the video. See you on the next one. And we see y'all on week 5 predictions. Or see my reaction on the actual Monday night, because we'll see what we do. See y'all.